So what you do is download the backup from Dagler. Okay, this one, no? Download the backup from Dagler, and then create a database named demo yourself, and then you do all tasks, no? Okay, and then you go to task, and then backup. Okay, then from backup you, okay, uh, if you don't have this yet, you load it. Okay, you select the file. Okay, you remove it, then select the file. uh, where did I place that? You just select the file anyway, no? Let me create a backup first. To backup, you just create backup, and then yeah, then remove this, no? Then specify the file that you want to add. You choose yeah, that's the database, no? And then you specify it to be full, and then specify, look look for the folder, no? How do you do that, no? The path does not exist, so we'll choose a path, no? Just delete this, and then select a file. Bakit walang file path, no? Let me do that again, no? Right click, task, backup. Okay. I'm not sure where we can, okay, remove this first, no? We just add, okay, anyway, that will be in that folder. Bakit nawala? Let me look at the file. SQL Server, MS SQL Server backup. Where should it be placed? My program files. Let's look at the, no, C program files. Okay, Microsoft SQL Server. This is mine is 13. Okay, it's 13. It's there. Then just copy the, no, no, then backup. We'll just copy this, put it here. Okay. Let's add a file name. Anyway, it's there, no? Demo dot BAK. Okay. Let's click OK. Find out where it is. So it's now here, no? Demo.bak. That's the backup. Okay. No, you create your own project, no? Wag itong aking project. Kasi demo ko ito. You choose your own database. So, Harry is asking, kayo lang bahala, kami lang po ba ang bahala sa final project? Kayong bahala sa database, no? Do you follow? Don't follow my example, because other than that, I'm doing the project for you. Do you follow? The examples I'm showing are those that you can use in your project. Kasi halos pareho lang naman yan eh. For example, if you have a school's project, school registration project, you will have students, teachers, di ba? Parang customers and vendors and items lang din. Do you follow? And if you have orders, you will also have registrations. You will have student payments, no? Master details. Okay? So you copy them. You just follow the pattern that I'm showing. Okay? Am I clear? Okay? Wag niyo gamitin yung project ko because that's mine, no? Okay? You follow my examples, okay? That's what you do. Okay? So I now have a backup for demo in this example. Now to restore, you just go back to that again, and then tasks, and then restore. database. Okay. And then you can remove anything that's there, no? You choose device, no, by the way, and then point to the backup device, C colon. Bakit ayaw niya, no? We just copy the backup file device that we had. Maybe nasira yung aking ano. You have C, program files, Microsoft SQL Server 13. We'll just copy this, no? And it's in backup. We'll copy this. Nakurap itong aking SQL Server. Okay. And the file name is demo. DAK. Okay, so it's there. Do you follow? And I click OK. And then click. Bakit ayaw pa niya? Done. Okay. Restore ba tayo? Yes. Demo. Do we have that anyway? Is that hindi niya makita yung aking file path, no? I'm not sure. I have to reinstall my SQL Server. Hindi niya makita, no? So this is the file demo.bak. No, we have to specify small letters, no? We do that again, no? So what you do is just really do this, no? Then do a restore database from device. Okay. Hindi niya makita, no? So anyway, I'll just copy that again, no? There's something wrong with my Management Studio. I think I need to reinstall this. Corrupt siya. File name is demo.bak. You check. Hindi niya makita yung aking ano, no? Okay. And then you just click OK. No? It will restore and it will show done. Okay? Do you follow? Okay. So you will have your database and now you can run your the sample program that I've given you. Okay. Participants and one is going to come in Bertuccio. Okay, so last meeting, I have given you a demo on uh, the master detail, which is the most important part in any database project. No? Whether, no matter what problem, or rather what platform you are using, whether you are using C++ or C Sharp, or even if you are using Django, no? So the biggest task is how to convert master details, no, into the application. Okay, master detail is the main medium. For example, we had a master detail form for vendor orders. You can have customer orders, sales invoices, no, student registrations, ganun lang naman yan sila. We follow, and it's important that we have coordination here. Like if you are going to change the quantity to 20, take note, no. So mag-change yung amount here. The amount here will change to 24, and the total amount will also change. We follow. And then the moment you close and you refresh, okay, this is also updated. Okay, this is 3140, bakit hindi nag-update? Yan. You do a refresh and then it's updated. Who's in there? Sinong bagong pumasok? We just came in anyway. Bertusio, I've already checked. Bueno, Tingson. Okay, Matura.
Pastrano, sir.
Pastrano, okay. 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 Anyway, no. So ito ang pinaka-importante, no? Master detail. So ito yung ating master record. And then when you double click or you click open order, no? You will have that order, and then if you change anything on the detail, okay, the master is also changed, no? For example, we'll change this to 25. Okay. And then the moment you close this, it's saved to the master file. So nagiging 750 din ito. Do you follow? So if you know how to do this, you will be able to create any application that you like. That's the most important part, no, master detail uh, uh, applications. Okay. Now the next thing that we will do is to print this, di ba? Kasi you want to print an invoice, no? You want, for example, how can you print an invoice or an order? Do you follow? So there are many ways to do that, no? In fact, there's a crystal report generator used to be in Visual Studio, but unfortunately it's no longer there because it was bought by a different owner. Hindi na Microsoft ang may-ari ng crystal report. However, Microsoft packaged a report generator, something which you can use to print reports, no? In Visual Studio, I think 2013, no? It's called RDLC, Report Designer, and what's the meaning? Let's look at that. This is the report generator created by Microsoft. No? Report, okay, report definition language, client side, no? They follow, that's RDLC. Unfortunately, this is not packaged immediately with Visual Studio. You have to reinstall, okay? Okay, you have to reinstall it yourself. So, in our regular site, I have given videos and examples on how to install RDLC, no? You follow? So, nandito, no? Now, you have a video on how to install RDLC. You have to do this before you can create a report. Okay, so ito. Okay. How to install ito. No? Okay. You go through these videos, no? These are very useful, okay? How to install the report viewer, okay, and how to install uh, okay, uh, the report generator. Okay, they follow. You go through this, and then I have a full example instruction how to install the report generator and the report viewer. They follow. So nandito sa ating regular site. Okay, what you do is you open your Visual Studio. Okay, after that, that's the first step, and then the second step is click tools. You go to tools, no, and then extensions and updates. Okay, what you need to do there, and then click. I think it's online, no, or if it's not online, you can click all. Everything is there. You look for RDLC. Itong dalawa. They follow. In my case, I have already installed this. So there's a check. In your case, if there's no check, there's a download. You click the download button. No? They follow. So you click the download button and wait for it to finish. And then also the report designer, you click the download button. No? Uh, and no, and wait for it to finish. After that, okay, you close Visual Studio. Okay, it's important that you close Visual Studio, and then the file extension installer will go on after you close. Okay, there will be questions asked. You just click next until it's done. Okay, any questions so far? So you have to install this separately, no, under online. So take note, there's an instruction set that you can use to install the report designer language, no, by Microsoft. Okay, do you follow? Now, how do you know that you have successfully installed it? Now, in your project, no, you have to restart, no, Visual Studio. by the way. In your project, when you do a right click and you do an add, no? New item, now one everything installed, no? Or you can say Visual Studio items. You will have two items, report and report wizard. You follow? I'm going to introduce you to the report, and you can use the report wizard yourself. The report wizard will help you create reports easier and faster. Do you follow? Okay, that's what happens. You can now create a new report, and then aside from that, no, in your toolbox, you will have sometimes, no, it should be in report items, but sometimes it's not placed properly. Like in my case, I have to go to tools and then toolbox view. Toolbox, it's the same thing anyway. Pag-view mo ng toolbox. Let me close this first. View toolbox. Okay. You should be on the design view. For example, no, when you go to the toolbox, and then you can click all. Is there an all? Wala. But anyway, you can go to view na lang, no? Toolbox. There's that. Dapat nakaklik ka doon sa design view. Now, it should be in reporting, but in my case, nandito sa SQL server. It was renamed improperly, no? Maybe I can rename this as reporting. Okay. So under reporting, you will have report viewer. That's one of the indicators that you can. Okay. Now, the bad thing about RDLC is you cannot connect it right away to your form because the designer is a third-party designer which will have to use access to the database. So yung nagamit mo ng mga select, you have to repeat them. The easy way to do that is to use a data source. Now, let's create a data source, okay? Okay. How do you create a data source? A data source is useful in creating reports, no? So, nandito sa iyong right-hand side, you have a data source. You can also do a view and look for data source. Anyway, data source will always be there. If it's not there, you can view it here, no? And then you can add a new data source, no? Okay? You click add a new data source and you choose database, no? You choose a data set. A data set is a collection of one or more tables. Now your demo string is already created, no? You can reuse it. If you don't know your connection string, no, you can just create it again, no? For example, you say localhost. I-create niya yan. Localhost. And then I'm going to use SQL Server authentication, the demo user. And my password, remember, is demo 123. Only D is capital. I click save password. And the database I'm going to use is demo. It's good that you type, no? Because if you use the down combo boxes, it will be slow. And then you can test the connection. Okay. If it's there, you can click OK. Okay, so that's okay. That is it now, no? It takes note of every uh, uh, connection that you make. Now you can just use yes here, no? Doesn't matter anyway. So that you can click next, no? Now I saved it as demo connection string, so it's saved in by the way in the resources part, no? Okay. Okay. So you can reuse it later. Now I can indicate at this point I can already indicate the tables which I'm going to create reports from. However, you can add tables to this later. No? For example, if I'm going to create a report of vendors, I can have this checked. Okay? They follow? Then I click finish. Okay. So now in your you have in your project you now have a demo data set. And if you look at your data source, no, you have a demo data set which has vendors. Do you follow? Now if you drill down further, you will have the fields of vendors. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, now let's create the report for vendors. How do you do that? Okay, you go to Windows Forms app, you right click. Okay, just like adding a form. Okay, adding a report is just like adding a form. The main difference is that the form goes to the screen, the report goes to the printer or to a PDF file. Okay, we'll say add new item. Now you can just choose all, no, and look for report, no. Report, it's here, no. Do you follow? Okay, everyone. So I hope you're listening. So there's report. You just double. Now you put a file name. It's good that you put a file name. Shall we say vendor report? RPT na lang, no? RPT for report. RP, just like a form, no? Vendors. RPT vendors, no? I'll click add. Now you just, there's a question, you just say trust, no? You have no choice but just trust. Anyway, if you say don't trust, it will not create it for you. So anyway, if you look at your at your solutions component, you will now have a new file called RPT vendors, no? It's like a form in itself, no? It's a report anyway, no? They follow, and here's the report. It's a designer. Unfortunately, wala pa, we haven't seen a coder yet, no? You have to code everything in the form. Okay, so walang coder dito. Even if you double click, you cannot code behind the report. Okay, what is a report? A report is a template of a bond paper. Do you follow? No? Okay, you can, let's look at if you have the data source, data sets. Wala na. Anyway, we have a data source here. Okay. So in our data set, we add a data set, no? So uh, we use the demo data set which we have created before, and we can say this is a vendor's data set or data set vendors. Okay, do you follow? No? Okay. We use the demo data set which we have created before. Just create. Yes. So nandito na tayo. Galing ito dito sa data source, no? Itong vendors na ito. So we have a data set called vendors, no? So in the report itself, we can have one or more data sets. The data set is the source of data that we are going to use to include in the report. Okay? Any questions now? What can we do with the report? This is a blank coupon ban. Okay? What you can usually do is insert items, no? Okay, you can insert the most common items that you need to insert will be a page header and a page footer. By default, there's already a page detail. Yung gitna, yung page detail. The page header is the part of the report which repeats in every page, at the top of every page. The page footer is the part of the report which is repeated at the bottom. What you usually put in the header is the title, and in the footer are, column totals and so on and so forth, signatures, no? Like that. No? Do you follow? Now this is my report. I already have a name. It's called RPT vendors. No? The name ko na ng maayos. Is that correct? You can look at the properties also. Okay. So the file name is also the name of the report, RPT vendors. Okay. So I have a page header, I have a footer. No? We follow. Okay. Can we have properties, body properties? Okay. There's a way, no? There's a way to configure, no? I forgot where it is. No, it's one of the properties where you can configure no, the files, the coupon band size, no? Okay. Okay. So anyway, we'll do that later, no? How to change the size of the report. No? Meron ba tayong properties? Wala eh. Okay. The page number, execution time. We can put images, no? Walang parameters, no? You can pass parameters to the report anyway. So anyway, first we put a title. So this is a vendors list, no? We can insert a text box. Okay. You can change that. No, we'll type this vendor master list. Okay, we can change the text box. You can change the font if you like. Now you can transfer it in the center. And the alignment of the text, okay, what you do, you can change it to center because one of the properties here is the alignment, no? Ito, alignment is still none. Okay, then text align. The text align will make it center. Center na. And you can also change the font. Okay. Okay. For example, you can change the font family to what's a good font? Calibre. I think it's good, or it's a Trebuchet MS is a good font. Trebuchet MS9. It's very good for printing. Where's T? Walang Trebuchet. There it is. No? Trebuchet MS. Okay, and then maybe we can change the font size to 14 and font weight to bold. Okay, para bold siya. Okay. Text decoration, you can have underline, overline, na walang box, no? So we can have an underline. Okay. Bakit hindi nagpakita, no? It didn't change. It's just underline. Okay. Arial pa rin. Let's change the font family to Trebuchet MS. Okay. So anyway, no? Let's leave it that way. Master list. Okay, do you follow? Okay, any questions so far? Now, in the detail, we would like to put a table. We'll just insert a table. Sa table, there's a table, no? So, ang maganda dito sa table ngayon, since we have this data set, this table is assigned to this data set. Look at that, no? May default data set na ito. Let's arrange this. Okay. Binding. Okay. Naka-default na. The whole report is bounded, okay, to the data set. Okay. Bounded na siya doon sa ano. Okay. So, what you can do is click here, no? Ito. Okay. And then choose the field that you want to print, or you can just drag the name to that table like that, no? And then you can change the header, vendor name. Okay, so you can add the vendor address here. Ganyan. And then the vendor telephone. Okay. Then you can place this whole report somewhere, drag it. Okay. You can resize the columns if you like, no? Like that. Save it, no? I will not put anything on the footer yet, but we can put lines, no? You can put lines, boxes, no? Rectangles, no? You can put an image. We can resize our, no? We can resize our, you can also put page numbers, okay? The height, we'll reduce this to 1.5 cm. Nag-delete na siya. And then the built-in fields, there's a page number. Okay. We'll drag it here. Bakit hindi naglumabas? Yan. Kailangan mag-plus, no? Okay. Put a page number, and we can put a text also. We can insert a text box. page. Do you follow? Okay. Okay. Overall total pages. You can also have overall page number, no, and overall number of pages. It counts it for you. Okay. We'll save it. We now this. How do we test this report? Okay. How do we test this report? We'll have to create another form. Okay, that will store the viewer of the report. It's called a report viewer. Okay, so first we create a form to store the report viewer. So we'll go back to our solution here, no? And then we'll build a new form. Add new item. This time it's just an ordinary form, no? Windows form. So Windows form. We forgot to give it a name, so we'll give it a name here. Vendors viewer. And then the file name, we just change it here na lang kasi format ito, no? Just rename this as FRM vendors view. Okay. Yes. So now we have a vendors viewer. Okay. Do you follow? So what are we going to do? We look for a report viewer. So nandito na yung report viewer sa reporting, di ba? Do you follow? Okay. We drag it to our form. And then we'll have to resize it according to how large you want to know. Okay. Do you follow? Okay. Okay. And then we point it to the report that we have created. There's a pointer here. We choose the report and we choose RPT vendors. No, remember we have RPT vendors. Just click it here. So it's okay now. No? So what we are going to do is in our vendors, in our vendors form, is we'll create a print button. Okay. Ito. I-delete ko muna ito. We'll create a print button by clicking this and the button. Okay. And then we rename this button as print button. Okay. We'll put the text as print. Okay. And then okay, the name, we'll assign it a name. BTN print. Okay. Do you follow? Do you follow? Okay. And then the style, no? We have to show the text. Uh, the visual style, it's in the okay, one of the properties. We just show the text. No? What's that? Display style, no? There it is. We just change it to text. So wala tayong image for. So meron na tayong print. Okay? Then we have vendors viewer. We'll just copy our original when we have this, no? Pihin lang naman natin ito. Okay? How do we call uh, okay? How do we call a form from one form to another? So nandito tayo. So we'll just double click this and then we'll paste. Now FRM vendors viewer yan, di ba? Viewer. So vendors viewer. Okay? Do you follow? Any questions so far? Okay, so madali lang, no? That's how you do it, and let's run this, no? You have 5 minutes. So if you go to vendors, no, it's our vendors. We now have a print. We'll click this. Takes a while, no? Yeah, that's why, no? That's what we have. Okay? Do you follow? You can change the font. You can now do a print, no? Actual print, and it will go to the printer. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay. So we'll have a break now, and then I'm going to show you create another report. We'll have a break because we have 5 minutes more. I'll be back, no? Okay? Any questions? No? I'll be back quickly, no? I'm just going to save the recording. Okay? Okay, try login. So,